Well, hello. Welcome to another episode of Quarter Horse Customs. Can you guys hear me better? We went ahead and upgraded on a microphone. Some people are saying it's hard to hear, and I do apologize about that. We are remedying any issues as we find them, so I apologize for the previous videos being hard to hear. Hopefully this is better. If not, let me know. If it is, also let me know. So I just wanted to bring you guys in for an update on the shop. As you see, you can see. I mean, let's be honest, those last videos were kind of dark. Well, we went ahead and upgraded on some lights. We went with the cheapest ones we could. Hopped on Amazon. I'll show you guys the box here in a second. Well, what we got here were these 4-foot, 40-watt LED linkable lights. Well, as I said, they were the cheapest ones on Amazon. 12-pack, they were like $80 with a $30 coupon they had on sale. Read the reviews, people said they like them. Only problem was these little switchies here tend to get hot and catch on fire. So we went ahead and snipped those out, went to Menards and got a cheap little plug and just hardwired a plug in. Of course, we wired them all up to outlets and a light switch. But here's what they look like. You know, they're not a bad little unit. There's the plug we wired in right there, a little white plug. Just hardwired it in, ran some outlets around. Definitely brings some life into the shop. They do a really nice job. Amp meter's not going up on the outside saying, hey, they're costing a lot to run, so I'm happy with that. What we used to have were these cheapies from Menards. This guy here didn't have any real issues with them. I mean, they're all right, but if you look over here, I don't know if it's as easy to tell on camera or not, but it's kind of darker over here than it is over here. Those lights do an all right job, but for the price we got for those lights, I couldn't argue throwing them up. Like I said, these ones do all right. We got the storage side over here. You know, we just have all of our engines, transmissions, carburetors, accessories, all of our frickin' cores, some seats that are going to go into the wife's car. All of our tires stacked up here. I need to figure out something to do for a tire rack. If any of you guys have any ideas for that, please let me know, because I mean, we've got the slicks down here for the red Mustang. We got our Nittos for the Reaper, all of our skinnies, our extra set of slicks. We might be getting rid of those if you know anybody who's interested. I don't know what I want to do with them yet. And then, of course, we got the other set of Mickey Thompsons that need to go on the other set of rims. And then a whole other set of turbines because, well, why not? Anyways, well, we got the storage side all. We're starting to move stuff over, get it organized. We're starting to realize we're running out of room. We might be building a small loft from this pole over to this pole. Have a nice little 20 by 10 storage area up here. Put some of the bigger stuff up, a little stuff down here. All the stupid stuff we don't need we can shove up. Seats, steering columns. Not the engine blocks. Those are staying down here because those things get heavy. Well, you know, the little stuff that can get out of the way we'll put up there. Eventually, that'll be coming soon. I don't know how soon, but it's running a little dry this year. But we also went ahead and moved in the air compressor. Brought it over from next door. Man, is this thing top heavy. We've had this for about 2 years. We got it on clearance from Farm and Family. It's a good little unit. You know, just keep up on the oil changes and get in there and make sure your belt's all good and everything. And it's a lot quieter than when we had this thing. We used to have this little guy. Oh my God, that was annoying. I swear to God, that thing never shut off. Maybe that's why it burned up. Well, that's a portable air tank now. Take that to the track and stuff. But we can keep that around. But yeah, having this thing in and all wired up is really nice. We saved on the wiring. We just took out some of the old wire we had from next door, from the lift and the air compressor. Brought it over and wired it all up. And what I like to do when I wire my air compressors up is I like to hook up a switch by the door. Because let's be honest, guys, how many of us just run out of the shop and we leave the air compressor on and it's 8 o'clock at night, you guys decide to go in for dinner and you hear brrrr. Yep, your air compressor's running. So I like to hook it up and I have a little light. So when it's on, if you're wondering how I did that, I can make a quick video to show you guys, but I like having that, you know, if I'm leaving the shop and go, hey, okay, we're good. Now it saves me from having to walk all the way down there. Oh, what else have we gotten into? Any of you guys went ahead and watched the last video, we got the 2-post lift in. Oh, it's so much nicer over here. Why don't I get the other shop cleaned up, because I'm gonna be honest, it's a mess. It's a 2-car garage. And this lift was literally like a foot from the ceiling. It was small, very small. The wall was literally right here. We made do for a while, but having all these cars, we ran out of storage space. So the main reason for building the barn was for storage at the bare minimum, because I really don't like these things sitting outside if we're gonna get them cleaned up and ready to go. But the lift's moved in. I'm happy with it. So much more room. I'm excited to get more projects up on here. I tell you what, jack stands and everything work great. I've used them on, actually, every one of our cars have been done on jack stands, and then we'll go to the lift, because, you know, there's always something on here usually. I think this is the longest time that something hasn't been on here. But jack stands work great, and if you guys prefer doing videos on jack stands and stuff, I have lost my jack stands. Oh, I have the jack stand still. I mean, I run the 6 tons just because I can get them up a little higher. But yeah, we built the Reaper, we built the original Muskrat, we built the original Lucy, all on jack stands. So we've been there. It was just a used lift, cheap. I think $1,200 we got it for. Like, you don't have to have the best of the best. Just get something that makes it work, and get out there and get your projects off the jack stands, or on the jack stands if you're fixing it over winter time, like we are going to be doing. We have a crap ton of stuff to be doing this winter. We have the red Mustang needs her 306 back. That's over here. We're going to get into that this week before we go to the Ford swap meet, because it's up there in Columbus by Jegs. So, you know, if a guy needs bearings for that, we'll swing over to Jegs, pick up some bearings, or maybe we'll just bring you guys along to Jegs just because Jegs is cool. Get the 306 back together. We're going to be looking for a camshaft for that. We're putting different heads on to try to bump up the compression ratio a little bit. Get that thing back in the red car. Figure out what we're doing for the T5. I think we're going to run an SN95 T5 with the SN95 bell housing. Get the wife's 289 out of my car. Take the carbureted intake back off of it. Put her fuel injected intake back on. Put it back in her car along with her transmission, because I might have borrowed that from her. And her motor. Yeah. We'll get that put back in her car. We'll bring you guys, of course, along with that. Show you how we did the V8 swap in that car. And then, after we get that stuff done, then we get to start on the Reaper and the new car, which I'll be unveiling here very shortly. I have one more video of the 387 to get finished up. A lot of editing is going into that. So that video should be posted after the swap meet. I'm sorry it's taking so long. It's just, I didn't have a way to, there was a lot. So much. Anyways, lifts in, lights, air compressor. We're pretty much moved in. Another thing we moved in is our toolbox. Yep, Harbor Freight, cheapest one we could get. We've had this for about 3 years. We got a great deal on it. We weren't intentionally going to get Toolbox, but I don't think anybody buys what they're intending to when they go into Harbor Freight. This thing had fallen off of the truck. It's got dings and dents, and it, you know, face planted off the truck. But, I mean, it's Toolbox. Does everything we need to do, right? Holds tools. All of the sockets I need organized. But we finally got that over here. That was a very fun process, emptying the whole thing out, bringing it over, cleaning it all up, because I've kind of neglected the cleaning of it. But it's over here now. Eventually we want to get a bigger one, maybe turn it into one of the open tops, but, you know, well, I'm just a normal guy, just like you guys. I got to go to work. Trying to build cars. You know, it's just the way life is. We do with what we got. I still got to clean the bench, so forgive me for it being a horrible mess. Try to figure out where everything's going to go in here. Maybe build an actual bench with cabinets, put stuff away underneath. Maybe build some shelves up here. We're still a long way from being done, but we're making progress, and that's all that matters. You know, little steps. Get a little better, have some fun, do a little better, have some fun. That's what it's all about, right? And one more thing that is absolutely fun. It wasn't a necessity, but it is my favorite toy in the shop now. Let me show you that. Well, in case some of you don't know what this is a Smartboard. We were looking for a whiteboard because I like writing down what I gotta do, right? We all like having lists. Cardboard ones I end up using as oil catch pans, and then I gotta write a new list. So I wanted a whiteboard. Went ahead and hopped online, like, how much can they be, right? Yeah, those are expensive, like really expensive for a nice sized whiteboard. So I said, that's just not gonna work. You know, we're all about keeping it budget, and I'm not trying to break out the billfold to spend $500 on whiteboards. So my wife hopped online and found a Smartboard. I actually got 2 of them for a great deal. Less than 150 bucks for 2 of them. Came with the projector and the Smartboard. We had to buy 1 cord to hook it up to the Smartboard, but other than that, awesome. So what this is it hooks to your computer. So you can scroll up. Like, hey, there's us putting the lift in. This is our Facebook page. Go ahead and hop on and like and follow that. We're going to be putting a lot more updates on here. I'm trying to get more things moving as fast as possible, but I'm only one guy. You know, go ahead and hit the like right here. Here's what's really cool about the Smartboard. Hit the like right here. Yeah, it's that cool. You can write down, you know, oh, hey, you know, what are we working on? You know, hey, quarter horse customs. You can draw on it, do whatever you want. It's got erasers. You can also do things like open up the YouTube, you know. Also hop on here, you know. Hit the subscribe, you know. When you're watching your videos, go ahead and like, comment, let us know what you like, what you don't like. You know, we'll be posting as much as we can on there, trying to get more content out to you. I'm trying, really am. I'm busting. You know, go ahead and check out our YouTube page. We'll be doing more and more and more as we get further along. But the fun part about this is it also turns into a whiteboard. So, for instance, our 306. We need to work on heads, cam, gaskets. You know, do we need a clutch? What do we need for a clutch cable? We're doing the SN95 swap. This is what I love about it. It's a whiteboard. And what's even cooler, we got to go, right? All right, things took too long out in the shop. We got to call tonight. Well, I don't want to erase this. Or if somebody comes in and they need to write some stuff down, daughter wants to play, we can go ahead and click save. And then we can call it whatever we want. Save it as 306. Boom. So we come out and we have to go ahead and make a new one, but we're like, hey, you know, we don't need this stuff anymore. I want to bring up my 306 list. We just go to File, Open. Boom. And there we are. Our list is back. We can continue editing it as if nothing ever stopped. That's why I went ahead and went with the Smartboard. This thing is awesome. I love it. But that's pretty much all I got for you guys right now. We've got a whole bunch of things updated. It's kind of been a slow week. Like I said, we have the 4th swap meet coming up. Check out that video. I'm going to be going up there on Saturday. We're going to try to head up there as early as possible. And I'm going to try to have that video edited before I make it home so I can have it posted. That way, maybe if you guys see something up there, you guys can try to snag up there on Sunday and get what you want. I'll go ahead and post on our Facebook page about that swap meet in case you guys want to go check it out. It's really cool. You find a ton of great deals. And we're all about the deals, right? Who wants to? I mean, we can't all afford to go out and buy top price, top-notch stuff. If we can find the same thing used for a couple bucks less, why not? So I'm going to take you guys along for that. Look up for that video. And the 387 top-end assembly will be coming up. And who knows more. 306, 289, wife's car. Might be working on a buddy's Roadrunner here soon. We'll bring you guys along with that. Not sure what all we're going to do to it, but it's definitely going to be fun. We want to get his car back out there on the road, just like all your guys's. Can we do it for a budget? Oh yeah, we can. Thank you much for tuning in. Go ahead and like, follow, subscribe, check us out on Facebook, all that good stuff. And thank you very much for watching.